Yeah, the world in some point soon, and I think it's going to be technology. Right now, that's what we do. That's all we do, is like some form of fucking interacting with technology. And soon we're all gonna be plugged in to some fucking shit, like, and that's gonna be our existence. You know, it's almost like when the iPhone came out, man. It's like I remember what it was like. I'm sure you do what it was like
Oh,
before
fucking right. That shit was crazy.
the
I didn't
smartphone.
want to believe it at first when the iPhone came out.
But even before the
I thought that
smartphone,
shit was a little bit too advanced. I was like, it won't catch on. And then, like, it was everywhere within a few years.
yeah. But think about before it. Do you remember how it was like before it? It was like, you know,
People had
people were on
flip
a
phones
computer,
and
but people
everything.
didn't. That wasn't their life. You know, it's like computers were okay. It's like, but it wasn't
Before
like.
the smartphone, yeah, you're right. A phone was just like that. It was just on you so that you could like call somebody or whatever. But like it wasn't. Yeah. But then when the smartphone came, like the phone
It's,
transformed into your life.
yeah, that's all people. It's like they touched it to their face, and that's all they did. It's like it took me a while. I only got my first smartphone like 3 years ago. It's like when I lived right there. Ever since then, I would not buy a smartphone because I didn't think I needed it. You know, I haven't owned a TV in like 10 years. Fucking yeah, there's certain things I refuse to do because I remember what it's like before all of this, and I don't want to like get so entrenched. It's like we still got to learn how to like do all this primitive shit because technology isn't going to last forever. It takes money to run these fucking factories and shit, these motherfucking power plants.
Hmm.
And when money runs out and when the labor runs out and no one wants to work for free, power isn't going to be that unless we hurry up and switch to like solar. So people are going to be fighting for solar panels and shit. And that's what we need is because once electricity is scarce, it'll force people to start coming out with alternatives. So it'll force somebody to make personal fucking solar panels that would power a whole house all day. You know, I'm sure somebody can do it. It just nobody wants to because why? It's like the electricity company is gonna fuck you. The government's going to try to take your fucking shit. But you know, it will like a lot of shit will good shit might happen. It's just like Starbucks. People are complaining Starbucks is moving from downtown, and I'm like, good, because you know it's like all these businesses
I hate
came downtown,
Starbucks.
and they bled the downtown area.
Starbucks is just a ploy to get women to buy it.
It's just a you know what Starbucks is a ploy
Women,
to sell
rich
high ass
women,
coffee, high ass expensive ass
Starbucks is
coffee.
advertised towards fucking rich women.
I tried one of their fucking brownies one day, bro. It was so disgusting. I'm like, what the fuck is it? And I paid $6 for it. I was so pissed.
I remember one time I did try Starbucks and yeah, it's kind of gross
Yeah, I
compared to
was
something
pissed. I
like
was
Tim
like,
Hortons. Like
what the fuck is this shit?
it's just a status thing. That's all it is. People want to pay the fucking $10 for what, and then they're like, I went to Starbucks, and then they got the fucking.
Yeah, my friend had a cup. It's like a plastic cup, and I'm like, he's like, yeah, it's a refillable cup. I paid $15. I'm like, what? 15? That's like you get like a slushy, one of those plastic cups you get for like a slushy and shit. I'm like, are you serious? Like the big gulp. It's like, and then you still got to pay for your refill, so it really makes no fucking sense. But yeah, a lot of these businesses have to fail before we can get back to normal life. Because I remember I miss store searching, you know, riding and looking at storefronts and shit, looking for the shit that I needed. Now it's like one place, and now if you like for Halloween,
Walmart.
Christmas,
Yeah,
it's all
don't you
the
remember
same
when there
shit.
was when there wasn't a Walmart?
Yeah, you know, and it's like, remember you go Halloween and you just random shit when you get gifts. It wasn't always the same shit. In winter, you didn't wear the same jacket as everybody else because you literally had to find your shit, and they didn't just have a whole aisle of the same jacket in Walmart for $20. Yeah, and everybody comes in and buys the same shit, so you're just, you know, you become a part of that whole herd. No one is original anymore.
Damn.
And it's still light out? Isn't it like 9?
9:37.
Holy shit. And it's still light out. What the fuck? You see what's happening downtown, eh? The river's rising, and it's coming over the shore. Even the lake and all that shit up there on up Leamington and all that is starting to flood the shores. It's crazy.
Really?
You know? That's how you know some crazy shit's about to happen. That's because of all the fucking ice caps are melting. You don't realize one of those fucking ice caps melt.
Everybody's
like
afraid of
lake.
global warming and all that shit.
It's not even about global warming. It's like we're just doing it.
I'll be okay. I'll just go somewhere where I'm above sea level.
But it basically is if you're above sea level, where you gonna go?
BC.
BC, but if everyone's going to BC, it's like BC's gonna be like, yo, listen.
Everybody's there.
You ain't coming here. You know, it's like they start putting things on.
Nah, there's probably a mountainous region in Ontario. Like I mean, going to Toronto is an uphill journey.
We're above sea level.
No, we aren't. Are we?
We're above. Yes, we are. If you go below Niagara Falls, then you're below. But if you're above Niagara Falls, we're above. So we shouldn't be as bad as anybody below Niagara Falls. So when the ships come and they go down, like down the river, they gotta go to a barge, and they get pulled down. You know, because it comes down. I forget how it is, but even if you realize when you go to Hamilton, or when you're going through Hamilton or something like that, you realize you're going down, and then your ears pop. You know, when you're on your way to Toronto and shit.
I did see that.
Yeah.
When I went to Canada's Wonderland, my ears were popping.
And then your lungs are open when you're like there, and you're like, what the fuck? Because you went downhill.
One hit. Fuck. My backup.
It's gonna be sick. I'm gonna fucking I gotta order a new Final Cutter, a mini one, but I'm gonna do on the spot like glasses and wine bottles and all that shit like that.
Yeah.
I like the little booth and shit. Damn, I can't see shit.
Lazy brainer. Wait, no, face line, I gotta read.
Can I pick a new character or not?
I mean, you can just hit circle.
Very brown.
This guy's a good character anyway. He'll be good.
Submit to me.
R1's to freeze them in place. L1's to pull them. L1 and R1 together is to like start dashing at them, and it attacks them and gives you armor.
You've obviously never fought a Jedi, have you?
Damn, my friend, the mechanic's going off. 15 kills with Maul. Hopefully one day my Chinese will give me a good job.
China. Teach them English.
Well, I don't have to necessarily go to China. Everybody always says that. But Canada has a sizable Chinese population. People forget that.
Canadian, Chinese, we're all ourselves.
Not true at all.
We go to
Not
Chinese
true
restaurants,
at all.
White folks or black folks or any other race working besides Chinese people who don't speak English. It's like...
They've taught me.
So you go teach them English.
They like me. They like everybody, really. People just are not open to their culture.
Yeah, it's like, I'm just not open to the food. I don't mind the culture stuff.
That's what I think it is, though, is I just think people think it's too foreign or strange.
The food is just too crazy. I watch it online and it's just like, you don't know if you're getting dogged, literally. In China, literally, not here. But in China, they have like dog eating festivals and shit like that. It's like, what the fuck? They eat anything that fucking breathes and moves and shit. Anything, fucking. And then they eat every part of it. It's like they can even break the bone. They'll find something in the bone if they can. If they pick the bone marrow and fucking eat the bone marrow and shit. Make like a sauce out of it. But fish, seafood, it's like they love seafood. And like all that fucking... And it's like supposedly their food being killed right away. Like live, you know, having their food live before they kill